誰かへ捧げるより悲しく祈るしかないよ。優しい言葉をかき消し激しく降り注ぐ雨闇の中で君とは枯れない花は誰のため眠れない夜は誰のものもっと強くありたい旅立つ今幾千の安らぎと100億の別れ道と涙に浮かぶゆりかごを強く生きて走り抜けて夢を照らす世界を君と乗り越えてゆこう。ガラスの割れた道でも華奢な命が歌うから。
And apparently the intro cutting off there is a bug in the US version of Disgaea D2. Anyway, my name is Karsten. I also go by Belorn or Belorn or however you want to say it. I may or may not go into the story behind that. It's not much. Anyway, I will be doing a Let's Play of Disgaea D2. This is a blind Let's Play. I have not played this before. I have not watched other people play it before. I have been avoiding plot spoilers beyond what they've said in the general game announcements. And I will be trying to avoid using any types of facts or strategy guides or anything else like that. Basically, trying to learn as I go. And the reactions you hear will be my reactions to playing it the first time. I did do a quick test capture before to make sure that things should be working okay. Hopefully I'm not too annoying to listen to. I will try not to talk over the story sections for the most part, unless people comment and request I do. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, watching the intro does get you an achievement. It didn't show up there because I'd already watched it while testing things. It gets you the new Disgaea anime, I believe it was. Where did they put achievements? They moved them. Oh, yes. And of course it has to spend some time doing this. Show up. Yeah, I'm not a huge console gamer. And it's not even showing up. Anyway. So, we'll go ahead and start a new game. And I will let it run through the intro here.
The Netherworld, darker than a pitch-black cave, deeper than the depths of the seas, a land where ominous demons run rampant. In the past, this world was ruled by an overlord with unrivaled charisma named Krichevskoy. After this great overlord passed away, many demons rose to become the next overlord, plunging the Netherworld into an age of chaos. It was then that one demon announced his claim to become the next overlord. That demon was Laharo, the only son of Overlord Krichevskoy. He crushed every demon that stood in his way and forced himself upon the title of Overlord. He was helped by angel trainee Flawn, and after many twists and turns, the Netherworld and Celestia started interacting. However, because she had harmed other angels, angel trainee Flawn became a fallen angel and moved into the Overlord's castle with Laharo. A few years later,
That, of course, is a summary of Disgaea 1. I have played through Disgaea 1 and 3 and 4. Not much of 2.
This is strange. They should be sprouting soon. I had them send me UEA flower seeds all the way from Celestia. Did I plant them wrong? No! It's probably because I haven't given these flowers enough affection. I shall nourish these plants with my overflowing love. Here you go! Drip, drip.
Oh, it's you, Flan. What are you doing talking to the ground? You're as strange as ever.
No! What are you doing, Maharo?
Surprised? I destroyed every star in sight. Apparently the demons in the netherworld haven't realized that I've become the Overlord yet. If I show them proof of my absolute power, they won't be able to help but admire my greatness.
I don't care about that.
Huh?
You destroyed my garden that I've worked so hard on. How could you?
Garden? Who cares? The whole netherworld belongs to me, the Overlord. I decide what gets destroyed and what doesn't.
You're terrible. I wanted to show you my favorite flowers.
Prince! Ugh! Damn it, Etna! Are you trying to kill me?
Prince, you're overreacting. If that would have been enough to kill you, I would have killed you a long time ago.
You are, as always, a terrible vassal.
Anyway, Prince, most demons can destroy the stars, you know. You can destroy as many stars as you want, but no one will accept you as the Overlord just for that.
What? Are you saying that all my hard work has been a complete waste of time?
Yep, absolutely.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier? It's a vassal's job to keep an eye out for stuff like that.
What's wrong, Flan? You're shaking. If you gotta pee, you really shouldn't try and hold it, you know.
No, that's not it. Thanks to you two, my garden is completely ruined. Please apologize to the celestial flowers that were trying so hard to sprout.
Celestial flowers? You planted these things right under my nose?
Yes, I received some UEA seeds. Although subtle, they bloom into very pretty white flowers.
Flan, flowers from Celestia don't bloom in the netherworld, you know.
What?
Good for you. I saved you from wasting your time. You should thank me for that.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Don't be stupid. You never asked.
Well, yeah, but...
Not to mention, I'm busy. I don't have time for flowers.
That's right. You need to hurry up and get people to treat you like an overlord.
Huh. Just you watch. I'll show every demon that I am a much superior overlord than my old man was.
Wait for me! I want to come too!
Episode 1. The Qualities of an Overlord.
So let me know if you want me to talk.
Laharl, how are you going to show all the demons that you're a superior overlord?
Yeah, let me know if you guys want me to comment through the events or just between them. Right now, I'm not going to be, just because it would potentially be annoying. But let me know.
Hold on! First things first. There are way too many demons who don't even know that I became the Overlord. So, I've decided to have monuments celebrating my ascension to Overlord set up all over the Netherworld. Etna!
I know. I ordered all my vassals to get to work on that non-stop without food or sleep. Prinny Squad, get your asses over here.
Master Etna, is this good, dude?
Wow, that is pretty good for you guys.
It's our masterpiece, dude! Hey, what is this?
What? You're the one who told me to make Laharl statues. Look at the antennae. They look exactly like yours, right?
Shouldn't you focus on the face?
This is amazing! It looks exactly like Laharl, especially the antennae.
Can we not focus on the antennae so much?
It looks enough like you. Don't be so picky, Prince.
I don't really like it, but I guess it'll do. Now, go erect these Laharl statues.
Prince, I'm sure you know this already, but let me just make sure. If you want to go outside the castle, talk to the dimensional guide, Meaver, I guess. She'll open up the dimensional gate and send you wherever you want to go. Move with the directional buttons or left stick, change view by pressing L1 or R1, or press square and L1 or square and R1 to adjust the zoom. Press triangle to open the main menu, you can save the game or change equipment. Alright. Pretty standard stuff, and there's a chest. Disgaea games tend to throw a few chests around the area that you walk around in, your hub or whatever you want to call it. Fawn, what are you doing? There we go. And you always want to pick them up each chapter because they move around and change what's in them between chapters, and if you miss one, then you don't get it. And there may or may not be an achievement or something for getting all of them. I haven't looked. This is a Prinny, of course. It's what happens to a lot of these souls when they go to the Netherworld. They become Prinnies and have to work off all their sins as little exploding penguin things. Please don't throw us just to release the stress, dude. Yeah, if you throw a Prinny, it explodes. And let's see, what's back here? Nothing. I bet over here is nothing too. Also, oh! Laharl's bedroom! Where the first Disgaea started out with Etna waking up Laharl with heavy weapons. Let's see. The menu looks a little bit different with the little icons there. I've heard a lot of things got streamlined in D2. Automatic semi-sorting of items. Looks like they have a separate section just for the emergency exits for the item world. Let's see. Meals It's HP, it's SP. What does this do? HP and... I don't even know. It's 3 HP and... Oh, cures ailments down at the bottom, of course. There's SP. Okay. I was reading the stats over in the right. Characters. Yeah, apparently you can set up groups of characters that you can come out at once too. If you like always have a certain group that you send out at once, you can set that up here. I may or may not look into that, or I might just do it manually. Well, let me go into help. Cursor mode, I don't remember if I like A or B. It's been a little bit. Basically, it's what up does. Whether it moves it upper right or upper left, because everything's diagonal. If I find myself moving the wrong way all the time, I'll switch that. Let's set everything to fast, or at least those. Autosave. We'll leave that off right now. Save stuff. And we'll go ahead and create a save file. Download, continue save, yes. Oh, it's saying that I have DLC. I picked up the free DLC. Classic Costumes, I think it said it was. There's also a Fuka and Desco from Disgaea 4 available, but it's not free right now. There were some indications that it would be free for the first month, but at least as of the moment, it is not. But I might pick up the DLCs later anyway. They tend to be... It's not... When they give you characters as DLC in the Disgaea games, it's not just, oh, you have this character in your party. It's usually a post-game event where you talk and fight a battle, and that's usually kind of amusing at least. In order to protect the castle, all the entrances are blocked off as usual. If you want to leave the castle, please talk to me. Yes. Plot-related reason to have everything in an enclosed space. Or they're just too lazy to guard the entrances. Even though there have been friendly relations between Netherworld and Celestia, there isn't that much immigration on either side. No sane demon wants to go to Celestia. There are some angels who come over here. They treat us like we're a haunted house. Makes sense, I guess, kind of. These flowers are poisonous, don't touch. Jukebox, turn it on. It's broken. Hopefully that's something we get access to later. Yukachusuke was the greatest person. There are demons who still look up to him. I think they're up to something. Yukachusuke is still really popular even after his death, huh? Feels like without him there is no Overlord. Yeah, if you haven't played through the earlier Disgaea games, or at least through the first one, I strongly recommend it. They're a lot of fun if you like tactical RPGs that don't take themselves too seriously. The first one is available on the PlayStation 2, PSP, I think the DS. Well worth playing. Been a while since you became the Overlord, but you're still the prince to us. Yeah, compared to Yukachusuke, he's still just a prince. What's this? Details and techniques. Give updates little by little. That thing, I guess, is the help board. Or another chest. 50 hell. HL, or hell, is the currency used in the Disgaea games. Chocolate milk, okay. Yeah, let's see if those are the zoom levels. Whoa. That's interesting. So this is jumping with circle, and this is jumping with R2, which R2 or L2, which I had accidentally discovered the mysterious button. Okay. Ah, yes, this would be... Okay, Neighbor, the dimensional guide to go somewhere. Anata, judging by the icon, this would be the item world. The hospital. The whatever they're calling the thing where you pass bills to change things in the game and create characters, and obviously be going into that later. Here's the item, weapon and item shop here. You all started dressing differently. Is it for a change of pace? I look more overlord-y, don't I? Aren't I sexier? Etna is wearing even less than in previous games, which I didn't think was possible, but she is. Aren't I more angelic? Not as such, no. As long as I think so. As long as you think so, I suppose that's all that matters. Be yourself, or be what you want to look like, or something. Inside of us, printings are the souls of humans who committed crimes, dude. We all work to pay off our sins. I guess money determines things in Hades too, dude. Even though we work 20 hours a day, Master Etna barely pays us anything. She treats us so badly, dude. You don't have to tell me. I know that already. I mentioned that on the earlier printing. I just want to repeat myself because things haven't changed at all, dude. What is this? Data shop, still preparing. Okay. View events. Oh, that's nice. I don't remember if they had that in other ones or not. Ask me anything about weapons. Okay. We'll maybe go into that later. Let's see what's out here. Here's the garden. This flower is... I'm just running around looking for chests. Like I said, this I've heard about. This is apparently the cheat shop. Seems bad in the human world. We're demons. Cheat all you want. Win battles. Yes, here you can change the balance of the netherworld. If we get too much hell but not enough XP, then you can come in the right place. Cheat shop, you can increase the amount of hell and earn more XP instead. Plus, there's more to do with the cheat shop, so try it out. So yeah, apparently you can, like, adjust things, and you can adjust them to greater degrees later on, apparently. I'm gonna leave them at the default for right now. Weapon mastery, increase rate. Special skill XP. Enemy strength. Yeah, you used to have to go in and go through a bunch of hassle to make enemies stronger or weaker. Now apparently you just go here and set it. So that's definitely a lot more streamlined. And a bunch of stuff that is... Turn off XP. Turn off weapon mastery, turn off... On, you'll not be able to cancel any moves or attacks once they're registered. I guess these are for... challenge runs or something. Oh, did I hit a cutscene? Oh, nope, I just found the... Ah, here we are. Did I go out here? Demon Dojo! I heard this is some stat boosting thing, which probably isn't open yet. Still preparing right now, of course. Intelligence room. Oh, different areas of this. Yeah, apparently you can use this to boost stats as you level or something. Fitness room. Trip, you'll fall into lava. Weapon training room. Alright, well, I think I've more or less found the stuff in here. I think there's usually 3 chests. I don't know if they changed that or not, but I think I found 3 chests, so let's talk to the Dimension Guide and get started on what are no doubt the tutorials. Select the place you wish to travel to. Plains of Grief. if it showed that much detail on them before, on the earlier ones. I think it like kind of just showed a general picture of it. I don't think it actually showed the whole thing like this. So that's another improvement, I believe. But Battle Basics 1. Yeah, we'll go over it. Like I said, I've played the Disgaea 1, 3, and 4, but it's been a little bit, and no doubt there have been some changes. Plus, some people watching this no doubt have not played any of the Disgaea games, so we'll go through it.
One more Laharl statue here.
Huh? Some demons appeared.
Looks like they're the locals. And it looks like they don't want you to put up your statue. What do you want us to do, Prince?
Do you really need to ask? I don't care who they are. Destroy anyone who gets in my way.
Well said, Prince. There wasn't even an ounce of pity.
Wait! I'm sure we can just talk to them.
Good idea. I know sign language, so I think I'll let my fist do all the talking.
I see. That was kind of clever. But that's not what I meant.
It's pretty courageous of them to go up against the Overlord. I shall crush them all and engrave my name into their bodies and fear of the Overlord into their souls.
Just because the enemies look weak, you shouldn't take them lightly. Yeah, you can be surprised by some stuff. Some of the enemies in Disgaea have interesting attributes that can really make them annoying. Teach you about the basics, so let's kill them off effectively. Basics are important even for an Overlord. I'll just treat this as a warm-up. Same with you guys. I'll need to remember all this stuff so I can help you all. Basics! With the cursor base panel, press X. Some characters from there. Yeah, if you played like Final Fantasy Tactics or some others where you have an area or certain spaces where you put characters in at the beginning of the round, Disgaea is different. You have a base panel, and anytime it's your turn, as long as there are spaces available to dispatch, up at the top you see it says 5 more people, you can pull more characters out. You can also have characters walk back onto the base panel to go back in. If a character dies, they are still counted as out. So if you have, even if you have characters in reserve, if as many characters have died on the map as there are spots on the map for you to dispatch characters, then you lose the battle, which in most cases is game over. Though I've heard some things got streamlined about that even here, but I'm going to try to avoid that for as long as possible. I'll go. Select a Harl and press X.
Here I go!
It did that, not me. Oh, that's me. If you make a mistake, just select the character and the cursor and press circle. That'll send him back into the base panel. Yep.
I'll destroy all of you!
Screen. So I'll rotate left. Yep. Rotate the screen around. Again, it's doing that. You hold square and L1 and change the zoom, just like inside there. Just change the character liking. Now let's go over the character you just dispatched. Right, attack. Move next to it and select. Press X. See a list of actions. Pretty standard stuff. It's good that it goes over this. You'll see in the lower right there is a skip button. I'm not going to do that unless I have to end up replaying things. Hopefully I don't have to replay the tutorial. And attack. It's highlighting the chance to hit there. Yes, when you select an action, it does not take place immediately until you choose to execute the actions. Then you can always back out. Once you've executed the actions, then all the actions that have been executed are set, though it's not the end of your turn until you select end turn. It's sometimes the advantage to queue up several actions and set them to go all at once. that'll sometimes end up with bonuses, especially if you're all attacking the same creature, stacks and combos and things like that. Receive the action, execute, or in turn. Yes, in turn automatically also does execute. Register, triangle, execute. Okay. Register more than one, they'll attack in the order they were registered. If you use this to your advantage by doing team attacks or combos, battles go much smoother. Let's do this together, Flan. Okay.
I will beat you down!
Again, it's doing this.
I'm going!
If you're next to someone that's doing an attack, there's a chance to do a team attack in some cases. Like that. Standing next to each other. Team with a maximum of 4 characters, basically to either side and behind. Comes from the curve when you attack the same unit consecutively. The higher combo count, the more damage your next attack will do. Be sure to register your actions so that your combo doesn't get interrupted. Your action combos my advantage. No one can defeat me! Attacks or other skills, you won't be able to cancel them, so be careful. Alright, write all this down, Slot. In turn? Oh yeah! Then it's the enemy's turn.
Do I have to go?
Not fun. Select an turn, it'll miss the enemy turn. Yeah, also, unlike some other tactics games, the turn order is not per unit speed based. It is you go. You do everything that you want to do, and then you hit in turn, and then the enemy does everything they want to do, and it alternates like that. If you run into the enemies like you just did, you're going to get beat up, so be careful with what you do. Yeah, good plan. You remember that. And also, there isn't permadeath in the battles anyway. Plot is, of course, different, Eris. But you can always heal up, resurrect and heal up in the hospital for money. But you get bonuses for doing that, for healing a certain amount and resurrecting a certain amount in the hospital, so it's good to end up doing it eventually, even if deliberately. All characters die, it'll be game over. Press triangle and choose help. You can review all this information, so don't worry. Yes, help is always nice to have in games. That's about it for the basics of battle. The Disgaea games have generally had pretty good tutorials, which is another one of their strengths, considering how involved some of the stuff can be. Not everything shows up in the tutorials, but it's certainly enough to get you started if you're not familiar with this type of game. Alright, off to battle! Now, the actual battle, no doubt everything gets reset, yes. Alright.
I'll destroy all of you!
So, let's see. Okay, yeah, settings. Yeah, B cursor. Okay. Right. We'll just go ahead and...
Here I go!
to the bathroom, okay? Go to the bathroom. No, you're not. You're just trying to get out of the battle. Okay. Second later, go to story enemies. Now, that's interesting that they talk to each other in the middle of battle like that. I think I'm overhearing something about that. If you move certain units next to each other, sometimes they talk to each other. You should tag things out. But look at you fighting. It's okay, I'll just apologize afterward. Does that make it okay? I wonder if... Okay. Yeah, Edna has a spear, which has a slightly larger attack range. Apparently the staff also has a slightly longer attack range like the spear. Heal. Attack. It's interesting that she doesn't have a chance to get a assist attack with the staff attack. I guess it's considered magic or something. So we'll execute that. Okay, well. So I'll just hit defend here, since they can't reach those guys. Yeah, they can move a good amount. The Mothman units can fly, so they can go up and down any height, I believe. Most other units can't. Apparently that might be too much, I don't know. In the previous Disgaea games, it was almost never worth it to use monsters, with a very few exceptions in a very few cases. Usually it was much better to use the humanoid units, or human units, or demon or whatever. I've heard they've changed some things around to make them actually worthwhile to use in D2, so that will be interesting to see what all they've done there. So let's go ahead and in-turn and wait for them to get closer. Oh yeah, that hurt. Yeah, between... level 1, okay. Alright, so you move there. You move there. You there. So 93% chance to hit. Okay. Let's just do it. Combo to make sure we get things finished off there. Actually,
Don't get in my way!
Here I go!
alright. I wonder if it will team attack. No, it will not. Okay, so she can't. Okay, well, that was bad planning on my part. I wanted to do assist attacks there. I'll just do this. And listen. Even for a tutorial battle, that was pretty easy. At the end of the battle, on Disgaea, you get a nice little picture to the side, and bonuses, which, depending on what you do in battle, can get you some fairly nice items. Usually you won't get very high on the bonus gauge unless you take advantage of geopanels and geochanges, which I'm sure we'll be covering later. Hospital, Rose and Queen are now open for business. Hospital, Rose and Queen, the shop. Oh, man, that was a hassle. Cost you money, but you can heal at the hospital. Shop sells certain equipment, as well as shop sells consumable items. You can buy healing items there. Just make sure the items last for a while. Equipment, it's always better to go stronger items, so keep upgrading them. Zombie belt weapons, pretty informative. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over here. Heal all your battle wounds. Use them a lot and give you gifts. See, that shows how many HP, SP, which is like magic MP, special points, and how many times you revived her and allies. Looks like Flan is the only one. She's taking 2 hit points. You can hit square to automatically heal everyone, and shows you how much you have to heal and revive to get various prizes. Weapon mastery, if you want to try to match the weapon type to what a character is good at. Choose increase movement distance and jump. Glasses increase hits. Wisely for information. Talk to the zombie. So let's see. Oh, okay. It's fairly standard type of shop, though they've sorted them out. That's also very nice. Back. Let's see. Staff line, last one. Nailed that. Yeah, even the item descriptions in Disgaea tend to be rather amusing. Sword. Come on, it's not that short. Which money do I have? 533. We'll hold off a bit. It's important. I've almost never used healing items in Disgaea for some reason. I probably should, but oh, that category also includes... Yeah, when you use a thief or anyone else to steal, you do it by using an item, which get increased chances and better range as you get better items. In fact, let's just go ahead and grab one, just so we have one. Oh, you can buy multiples. Let's get 3. Just to have, and as you spend more, your rank goes up. Lets you buy more stuff, better stuff. And it's been about 45 minutes or so. I will go ahead and end this video here, and go on to the next tutorial level in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you are enjoying this, anything if you'd rather I talk and make commentary during the story scenes or not. I will probably be recording a couple episodes ahead, so keep in mind that any suggestions you make probably won't... I won't be able to do anything about them for a couple episodes, but I will read any comments posted, and just let me know what you think.